Just a quick thing before the video starts. I am currently in Chino Community Theater's production of A Christmas Carol. I am playing the solicitor, Belle, Martha Cratchit, Agnes, and Carol LaFleur. Would love for people to come, and let's get on to the video. I'm going to Dr. Phil today. It is 6:53. I woke up at like 4:15, 4:30, left at 5:25, and then drove to Hollywood. The start time is 8:30. We have to check in 20 to 30 minutes before, so like 8 a.m., but I think I'll check in at like 7:45 to get a spot. This is gonna be cool. My head hurts, I'm tired. We got out at like 12:50, so it was like 8:30 to 12:50, and it was supposed to end at like 1 or 2, so early, which is nice. I'll have to explain more when I get back to the apartment, so see you there. Hello! So, I was on Dr. Phil. I was part of the audience. I found it through backstage.com. It's where casting calls and auditions are posted, and I was looking randomly one night. It said like needing paid audience members. So I saw it and I was like, this is kind of cool. And they paid $15 an hour, which was wonderful. I thought it would be a really cool opportunity to try doing something in Hollywood, because Hollywood is very intimidating. I applied for it, and then I got a message that said, you need to go to this website, fill out all your information, and they will send you a confirmation email. So the website was aplusaudiences.com. That's a little information for people if they want to be a paid audience member. It's a nice little bit amount of money. So I filled out my information for a Wednesday show, and I got a response and said, yay, you can be in the show. And it told me like, you have to be vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. They also gave specific instructions on what you could wear. So I got the confirmation email Tuesday night, and I was good to go. Wednesday morning comes. Tried to get ready quickly, and I went to Starbucks, got a drink and food, and then I drove to LA. LA traffic is terrible. I know this, but I had some fun music to listen to, so that was good. I don't live close to LA. I live an hour away, so that's why I left so flippin' early. I got to Paramount Studios around 6:50 a.m. I did not expect to get there that early, just because LA traffic is crazy. But I got there extremely early, so I just walked around. It was a very cool experience. I felt kind of like a little actor, like, ooh, I'm gonna go into my trailer and get ready, and it's super early in the day, but it's fine because I'm gonna go act. Like, I just felt so cool. This is part of it. This is the building, or one of them. I just hung out until like 7:30-ish. I was thinking, oh, no one's here. I don't see anyone checking in where they should be checking in. So I went to the area that I thought I was supposed to check in, and I found out that that was not the area, and people were lining up. So I just like misread where the check-in was. But I was still fine. Like, I got in, we're good. People were there at 7:30 and probably earlier, I just hadn't seen. So I stood in line for a while, and there were two different sections. There was a section for Dr. Phil audience and then A+ audiences. So I'm thinking the Dr. Phil audience is not paid, and then A+ audiences are. And this makes more sense when I think about where we were placed in the seats. Now it makes sense to me why we were placed where we were. We had to show our vaccination cards. We couldn't have our phones. That was a bummer because I really wanted to get footage inside because it was so unreal. But I learned that you can bring a book. So if I ever go again, I am bringing a book because I don't want to just sit around doing nothing. So we started to walk in. We got a document, I think it was an NDA, just saying like, we can use all the footage that you're in, blah, blah, blah. We can do whatever we want with it. And we went through a metal detector, like the one at the airport, to make sure we didn't have anything bad. We didn't go inside at first. We were outside in maybe like a courtyard next to the sound stage. It was really cool because there was a door that said, don't enter when red light is on, which was just so cool to me. It just felt like I was a professional actor. But while we waited, there were drinks, there were water bottles, there might have been juice or soda. I can't remember, but I had water, and there were benches, and we just sat and waited. And I didn't have anything to do because I didn't bring a book, so a book next time, or Sudoku, something. And we waited a while. I didn't have a watch, so I have no idea how long we waited. Maybe 30 minutes. And then someone came out and said, you can start going in. We all went into the door, and it was so cool. It was just crazy being in the place that you've seen on TV. You kind of feel cool. Like, oh my gosh, this TV show that millions of people have seen on TV, you get to be there. I waited a while in my seat, just sitting, people watching, because what else can I do? Don't remember his name, but he was like a hype man, and he was there to be goofy and dance around and get the audience and the virtual audience excited. They had a virtual audience as well, who are behind Dr. Phil, and so you can see their reactions while you're watching the show, because they're right behind him. After a while of the hype man doing his hype business, he announced Dr. Phil's wife. She came out and just waved and then sat down. Then he announced Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil walked out. Honestly, seeing him in real life is just like so weird. Seeing any celebrity in real life is weird because you forget that they're real people. So he came out and acknowledged the audience, and then he immediately looked at the center camera and did his little monologue before the people came out, like, Julie and Joey are having problems. Julie wears diamonds and Joey likes crystals for his women to wear. Uh-oh, they're having problems. That was really bad. Then the trailer for the couple plays while the couple is walking in. The show actually had 2 episodes. I think that's what they do every day. They do 2 episodes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The first one was a family. It was a mom and her 2 kids. The son was in his 20s. The daughter might have been early 20s or 19 or 18. I honestly can't remember. They were having problems. I don't watch Dr. Phil a lot, but I have watched him before as a kid, and at least from my point of view, he actually seemed concerned in the people's problems. That was really nice to see, because I thought it was more of an act that he was playing. I know that talk shows are supposed to be genuine and just talking, but it does seem like sometimes they're scripted. But at least to me, he wasn't reading anything. But I also don't know if there was a teleprompter. I didn't see that during that point, so maybe he was reading. But it really seemed like he genuinely wanted to help people. After this episode, Dr. Phil and his wife left. We were taken out back into the courtyard, and it was like a lunch break. This would be good to know for next time, that we couldn't leave. There were no restaurants by the Paramount Studios. So either eat a lot for breakfast or pack something for lunch, because you can't go anywhere. But it was nice. I didn't expect this, but they gave us drinks again. There were kind bars. There were just fruit bars. It's the ones that just have like apples and strawberries in them. So that was very nice that they supplied that, because I didn't think there would be anything, but I was really hungry. So if I ever go there again, I'm definitely gonna try to put something in my purse that I can eat for lunch. So then after lunch, we could use the restroom, hang out a little bit, and then we had to go back in for the next episode. The hype man hyped everyone up again. Dr. Phil's wife came in, and then Dr. Phil came in, and he read the teleprompter. It was the same for every episode. And then a couple came in. They were having issues, just like everyone does on the show. The episode is now on YouTube. I was watching it though, and I didn't see myself at all, but it's just cool that an episode that I was in on Dr. Phil is now on YouTube for everyone to see. He talked to the couple, blah blah blah, and then Dr. Phil and his wife left. And then we were excused to leave. It was really interesting seeing what happens behind the scenes, like what happens during commercials, like what are they doing? It was interesting. During commercial breaks, 2 people are fighting, blah, 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 and he's like, we're going to finish this up, why Joey has issues with Janet after this break. And he would sit there, and then he would say, before the break, Joey was saying blah, blah, blah. And it was just interesting because obviously, like, you don't know what's going on during a commercial break of a live TV show, and they just sit there. They don't leave or anything. They just sit there and start it up like 5 minutes of commercials have been happening. Some things that I didn't like during the family episode, the son was trying to explain himself and Dr. Phil interrupted him just so he could show a clip that was relevant to what they were talking about. It kind of seemed like at times Dr. Phil was just trying to get to these specific clips to show and not actually wanting to hear out what the people were saying. He interrupted people a few times. It might have been helpful helpful for them to finish their sentence instead of him interrupt just to get his 2 cents in. Another one I didn't like, for some reason they brought up that the daughter has a pole in her room and she swore that it was for pole exercise, which is completely a thing. She explained why she had it and he stared at her like he was really judging her, even though that's not something that someone should be judged for. And someone next to me, it was a woman, probably my age or a little older, she was just saying like, this is so rude. And then that guest didn't show up for the next episode, which, I mean, I don't blame her. It seems that sometimes he uses his audience's favoritism of him to get the audience on his side and to make fun of guests. He has the power to be able to do that and make the audience laugh at people, even though it's not right. Another one I didn't like, I was watching the episodes on YouTube of the couple, and he didn't include all of the episode. I mean, it makes sense, they have to cut down, but there was conversation about the husband who was in the military. He decided to not re-enlist and he didn't tell his wife about it. Well, my iPhone did not record all of the video at the end, so I am back to wrap up what I was talking about. The husband was talking about how he was at war and he was part of a flying ambulance that would help soldiers and villagers, and he was talking about how that experience influenced why he didn't re-enlist. When I was there watching, there was a nice long conversation where the wife finally understood why he didn't re-enlist, and it was a very nice conversation, and that part wasn't shown in the YouTube clip. And maybe it was shown on TV, maybe the YouTube clip was just cut down, but it was just a bummer that that part where the wife was understanding of his reasons wasn't included in the video. It just kind of made it seem like Dr. Phil was favoring the man over the woman and wasn't really including the good parts. That was just weird when I was watching it live versus watching it as the finished product. Overall, it was very cool. It was so cool being there, seeing all the cameramen. It would have been nice to have some women behind the camera. I didn't see any, so that was a bummer. But it was really cool watching the cameramen. Like when Dr. Phil came in, they were all running behind the camera, like swooping the camera. That was really cool to see. It was just very interesting showing how live TV is put together. There was a lot of parts that I never knew that that's how it went. So it was really cool. I say that word so much. It was really cool being there and seeing how it's all put together. At least to me, the guests seemed like they wanted to be there to actually solve their problems and not just be there to get money and maybe get a little fame. Something that was kind of cool that I didn't expect from the show is we all got Dr. Phil masks. It says, "I love Dr. Phil." I can never turn down a free mask. That was my experience on Dr. Phil. If you enjoyed the video, I would love if you could leave a like, perhaps leave a comment. If you really enjoyed the video, I would love if you subscribed, but you don't have to. I just love that people were here to watch and hopefully enjoyed the video. Oh, yes. If you would like to come see A Christmas Carol, it runs until December 18th on Fridays and Saturdays. The show is at 8 p.m. House opens at 7:30. And on Sundays, it is a 2:30 matinee and the house opens at 2. 15 minutes before the show starts, we have pre-show music. We sing different songs and we jam out and it's a lot of fun. If that sounds interesting, I will leave all of the information for the show in the description below. It's a very holly jolly good fun time. With that being said, I think I have said everything that I need to say. So thank you for watching and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye! I see a person. There is a person there.